Today we are playing some updated Azorius Soldiers thanks to Phyrexia. All will be one. What's changed from the deck that dominated the previous standard iteration? Well, you're still making a bunch of soldiers, you're still turning them sideways and hitting for big numbers, but there are two new cards that you need to be aware of. The first one is Seachrome Coast. We now get the fast lands from Phyrexia, all will be one, and I think aggro's going to be around for quite a long time. Azorius Soldiers was already strong, and it just got stronger and faster. The other card you need to be aware of is Skrelv Defector Mite. We're not going to attack with it, the toxic one doesn't really matter, but what we can do is protect our dangerous creatures from being removed by our opponent and just making them super sad in general. Will we be able to climb up the ladder with what is considered to be the strongest deck in the format right now, or will my 3-week break from the game come back to bite me and I just do really badly and embarrass myself on the internet? Let's find out. Alright, going first, we have quite a strong hand, so we're going to keep this. Turn 1 Recruitment Officer into turn 2 Thalia is probably what we're looking for. Going first is going to help us. We'll reveal the Recruitment Officer. Reminder with the Fortified Beachhead that if you do have a soldier in play and you play the Fortified Beachhead, you do not need to reveal anything. You don't need to reveal it. Looks like this could either be the Gruul Oil or Selesnya Toxic deck I've been hearing about. Let's attack for 2. It's not happening. Okay, cool. And then I will just play out the Thalia. This could be that Selesnya deck then. Oh no, that's very much not a Selesnya deck. Okay, we'll go with human. I should have gone with soldier. That was slightly unfortunate. My plan is to flash in Resolute Reinforcements, so I can do that next turn. So I might just play out the Valiant Veteran here. Yeah, I'll do that. There's a couple of options. I can play the Harbin or I can play the Resolute Reinforcements, but I'm actually just going to beef up my current dudes, put my opponent on 12, try and get as much damage on the table as possible. Next turn, I can play the Resolute Reinforcements. Now, the funny thing is, I only play one copy of Mishra's Foundry, but so far, I've seen nothing but Mishra's Foundry in my first... This is my second game. The first game was a quick warm-up game, but luckily, the Mishra's Foundry hasn't stopped us from casting our multicolored spells. And that's a concession from our Golgari player. Is that the only Golgari deck I saw when doing research yesterday? Was Golgari Fight. I don't know what this deck is. If anyone does know, let me know in the comments. Alright, going first. The only problem is that we have 2 lands, but I don't think that's going to make too much of a difference. We'll see. Seachrome Coast, play out the Yotian Frontliner. Next turn, because we have a soldier out already, we can play the Valiant Veteran. Looks like it's mono blue tempo, so I do just want to get the Valiant Veteran out now. There's another Skystrike Officer. Mono blue tempo still doing really good work in the ladder right now, but this could be Simic instead. Looks like it might be. Did not draw our 3rd land. Okay. Happy for the Storm Chaser Drake to block here. Chooses not to. I'm going to play out the... Harbin. Because it's a soldier, gets +1/+1 from the Valiant Veteran. We need to be a bit careful of things like Fading Hope if we do choose to block with the Harbin here. This could be that Ivy deck I've seen. I'm not going to block here. I'm going to happily take the 2. Giant growth? Yeah, Tyvar stand. Okay. I think my opponent's also looking for a 3rd land. Yeah, that screams 3rd land. Don't find it. Neither do we. Nonetheless, I will be attacking here. Going to play out the Recruitment Officer and a first appearance of Skrelv. But the reason why we're playing Skrelv is because my opponent will be playing things like Fading Hope, and I want to give my things hexproof. Or give one thing hexproof. It is a tap ability. There's Venerated Rot Priest. I did see a very nice Celestia Toxic deck, which played, not Celestia Toxic, and actually Gruul Toxic as well, that played Venerated Rot Priest. So I do see myself playing that card a lot in future. I think at this point, yeah, my opponent is just playing lands for the daily quest. And another win. Okay, opponent's going first. Not the fastest hand in the world, but we will keep it for science. I think would be an accurate way of what we plan on doing. I'll play the planes. The unfortunate thing here is that it looks like we're up against mono white control. And Fortified Beachhead. Okay, I'm going to play Harbin here. So the reason why I'm playing Harbin here, normally I'd like to play Resolute Reinforcements, but because I am playing the Fortified Beachhead, I need to reveal a soldier. So I just want to reveal something that I'm going to end up playing. Okay, there's Otawara. Nice. I'm going to leave the Brutal Cathar. I'm going to choose not to reveal a... I'm going to choose not to reveal a soldier. I'm going to play the Valiant Veteran, however. I'm going to suck through the F4. Really hoping that our opponent can't do anything about this. We can get a big Alpha Strike in next turn. Let's reckon a Bankbuster. Okay, looking good. So my plan next turn is to attack for 4. No blocks. My plan next turn is to attack for 4 through the air with Harbin. Actually, we're going to attack for 6. See what they want to do. Because that means we'll have 6 soldiers up next turn. So my opponent's probably going to end up thinking that I've got Wandering Emperor or something like that. Some Azorius Soldiers decks do play Wandering Emperor. It does happen. I'm not gonna lie to you and say it doesn't happen. It absolutely does happen. There's still Seraph. Okay. They need Soul Petition. Alright. They're going to give it lifelink? They should. Plus them up to 14? Yeah, they do. Not going to do anything. Down to 12. Ambitious Farmhand, okay. And I think that's going to be game. We'll just get the Resolute Reinforcements out. Double Resolute Reinforcements. We now have 6 soldiers out. So we'll play out the Valiant Veteran. Attack with everything. Harbin activates. And that's lethal. Mono white control didn't stand a chance. Alright, opponents going first. We have some very nice soldiers here. We also have some lands that go very nicely with it. So we're going to keep this. Looks like we could be either up against the mono white soldiers deck or the mirror match. Guess we're about to find out, but I have the alternate art recruitment officer, and therefore my deck is superior in every way, shape, and form. We all know it. We all know it's true. Yeah, I think this is correct. Because we are on the draw in this matchup, I believe this is the correct play. Now, Dennick is a soldier, so I am going to... And we have a second copy of him, so I'm going to play him out. For a game like this, we need to establish our presence as quickly as possible at 3-3. That's super unfortunate. There's a Resolute Reinforcements. I am going to play out a... Yeah, I'll reveal Dennick. I'm going to play out the Dennick and the Skrelv. See what we can do. A second Brutal Cathar here would be brutal. Yeah, no blocks. 15. That's unfortunate. If I play my own Brutal Cathar, it does mean that it turns over as a Moonrage Brute, and that's not ideal. I want to keep Otawara Soaring City in my hand, but I do think I'm just going to play out the Valiant Veteran and swing in for 3. Make disappear. That card does not belong in this deck. That card does not belong in this deck. I'm just going to swing in for 2. All right. Going to take 5, go down to 12. Cool. Seachrome Coast will come into play tapped, which isn't ideal. Nonetheless, I'm just going to continue swinging here. Otawara does get a discount. Resolute Reinforcements, sure. With the way Skrelv is worded, I'm going to give this not protection from white, but hexproof from white. Or I could return the Valiant Veteran to owner's hand. Depends what the final card is. Alright. No, I'm going to allow that to happen. And then end the turn. Opponent chose not to block, which is very interesting. Do I just Resolute Reinforcements here? I kind of feel like I just do that. And then double block the Valiant Veteran. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Go to blockers. I could just block the token and take 6 because Fortified Beach is a thing. No, Fortified Beachhead is a thing, and soldiers you control get +1/+1 till end of turn. So I'm just going to block here and take 7. Alright, down to 7. My turn, I guess. Oh, another land. Gonna play the land, gonna play the Brutal Cathar and just pass. Protect the negotiators. Are you serious? No attacks, end turn. I'm going to return the Valiant Veteran. Means Dennick can block here. Go down. It's lethal if my opponent activates Fortified Beachhead for 8. I actually gained 2 here, so I'll go down to 1 again. I think I do just block with Resolute Reinforcements, you know. Yeah. Interesting. Gonna play the Siege Veteran. Gonna give this +1/+1, no attacks, end turn. There's Valiant Veteran. Now the good news is that there's Skystrike Officer. Okay. Well, the good news is my opponent can't kill me this turn. They shouldn't attack, which is correct. Yeah, I'm gonna pay white and just not let you do that because it can't block anyway. Yeah, Recruitment Officer. I could just attack here, but I'm going to choose not to attack. Okay. Opponent using Skystrike Officer very well. I haven't seen Skystrike Officer myself, which is slightly unfortunate, but it is what it is. Down to 2. Okay. See what we can do here. I have Valiant Veteran in my graveyard. I can do other things. Siege Veteran will give me a 1/1 body. It's damage. Do I just let the damage happen? I go up to 8. I can zoom in with a... Yeah, I think this is okay. I can zoom in with Resolute Reinforcements next turn. I'll end the turn. I'm feeling okay. It's close, but I'm feeling okay. I'm gonna flash this in. Why do you play multiple copies of that card? What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Yeah, that's legal. Well, my opponent just had everything. I really don't like this build of the deck. I think that people will look at that and go, oh, man, it, like 3 counters worked out really well for them, but another day, like it's just not going to happen, and it is what it is. It is what it is. All right, going first here. We've got a 1-off Cathar Commando. We don't have a 1-drop, but I think that's okay. I'm going to give away what we're playing on turn 1. So, looks like our opponent's playing a version of Bant. Might be Bant Toxic. I'm going to show off Harbin here, which we drew off the top. Want to put pressure on our opponent immediately. Again, haven't drawn a 3rd land yet. There's Blast Zone. Requires a couple of turns to completely wipe my board, but I think we'll be okay. Got the land. Could have a counter. So I want to play something that I would rather they counter. So we'll play the Siege Veteran, see what they do. What are they waiting for? They're holding priority for something. Founding the 3rd path. Okay. Sure thing. There's our Seachrome Coast. Unfortunately, doesn't do much. However, do target player mills 4 cards. Sunset Revelry. Alright. Let's do this. We'll give the +1/+1 counter to the Siege Veteran, because we don't want our opponent double blocking it. We'll play the Seachrome Coast tapped and pass the turn. Reason being, we'll 4 cards, that's not a problem. Opponent gets a bit more information about our deck. There's our Skrelv that we were going to draw. We will end the turn by playing in the Resolute Reinforcements. There's a Dennick. Opponent could make our lives miserable if they put the Blast Zone up to 2, but then they do get rid of their own founding of the 3rd path. Got a couple of interesting plays we can do here. I could just straight up Brutal Cathar the token, see if we can force them to do something they don't particularly enjoy doing. If they counter the Brutal Cathar, that's okay. We could also just play the Dennick. I think playing Brutal Cathar on just a token isn't great, so I'm just going to go to combat instead. And give the Resolute Reinforcements +1/+1. Gonna attack with everything. Opponent's on 16, so even if they do play Wandering Emperor here, that's okay. Going down to 9. We're gonna end the turn. We do have Cathar Commando. That we can sneak in. And we can punish here. We're going to play Sunset Revelry. Okay. They will go up to 13. They've got to do something. Jace, the Perfected Mind, until your next turn up to 1 target creature gets -3/-0. I still think that's lethal. I still think this is lethal. We'll pass. Is it 5 or more soldiers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is. Opponent knows the writing's on the wall. Victory for me. Alright, opponent's going first. Once again, 2 lands in hand. We've got a very strong start, though, with Recruitment Officer into Resolute Reinforcements into Valiant Veteran, or Skystrike Officer if we do draw that 3rd land. But even if we don't, we still have a very strong turn to play. We have seen Evolving Adaptive before. We saw it in that Golgari deck earlier that wasn't really doing much for them. But maybe we'll see something else this time. Let's see. Maybe this time they'll actually do something. Double Evolving Adaptive. No blocks. There is an argument here that we play the Veteran on 2 and the Skystrike Officer on 3. And then on 4 we play out both Resolute Reinforcements. And I like that plan. So I'm going to do it. Means that my opponent can't really block this. And they don't. Could be mono green. Tis mono green. Cemetery Prowler. Alright. Very strong card, Cemetery Prowler, in my personal opinion. Down to 15. There's Otawara. I could just go Skystrike Officer past the turn. And I think that's what I'm going to do. Because otherwise, Cemetery Prowler just has Vigilance, right? And blocks a ton of things. There's Bloated Contaminator. Very strong mono green card. Big fan of this card. Big fan. Thinking that our opponent's probably going to swing here. Opponent should swing. Tail swipe. Wow. This is very bad. If I choose to draw, I go to 5. Wow. Opponent is running out of gas. I think I do have to block the Evolving Adaptive. I think that's just... I think that's just a given. Down to 8. There's another recruitment officer. Okay. Makes things slightly easier for us. No attacks will end the turn. Another big play here, like another tail swipe, just ends the game. Proliferate. Okay. Opponent's out of cards though. Whenever you deal damage to a player, proliferate. Do I just double block here too? I think so. Take 3, go to 5. Trample doesn't come in. There's no activated abilities. There's Adarkar Wastes. No attacks, end the turn. I have another Resolute Reinforcements in my hand. That land was an awful draw. Awful, awful, awful draw. Bye-bye, Yotian Frontliner. Okay. There's another land. Whenever Armored Scrap Gorger becomes tapped, exile target card from a graveyard. Okay. I'm just going to have to go for it. And the stupid thing is my opponent can just tap. Like, I can't activate Fortified Beachhead yet, opponent. I can't do it yet. Okay, now I can. Down to 7. Wow, both me and my opponent just having fun. They have to tap to give this a third oil counter, right? Frick's sake. Yeah, I'm just gonna do it. Three lands in a row. I don't think I can complain really, because my opponent's not drawn much either. Okay, so this gets 3. This is a 3/3 now. There's a Skystrike Officer. Soldier, shockingly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Might just attack with the Resolute Reinforcements here. No, I'll attack with everything. Opponent can go to 2. I don't think... I go to 2 if my opponent swings back. I don't think there's anything they can do, right? And they don't have any +1/+1 counters either. Mishra's Foundry. That changes things somewhat. Well, there's another land. This doesn't change anything. Go to blockers. We just in top deck city. Everyone's in top deck city. Defiler. Oh my god. And it's got trample as well. There we go. Down to 1. It's my only play. Oh my god. Oh my god. That was very exciting until it wasn't. That was very exciting until it just bored me to tears because my opponent drew garbage, I drew garbage. Oh, today is a very interesting day, I'll tell you that much. Alright, opponent's going first. Not the greatest hand in the world, but we will keep it. For science, Fortified Beachhead will reveal Recruitment Officer. Going to play the Recruitment Officer. In that last game, it's not every day that you can activate the 5 ability, but we have been doing it with a bit more regularity. Looks like our opponent's playing Jund. So I think I'm just going to attack for 2 here. And pass a turn, simply because I have a Valiant Veteran in my hand. But I also have Resolute Reinforcements, and I want to just play the Resolute Reinforcements out. And my opponent decides that they just don't want to play against Azorius Soldiers today. Understandable, but the deck's not invincible. Alright, we go first. We've got Skrelv, Yotian Frontliner, Valiant Veteran, Brutal Cathar. Quite a fragile opening hand, if I'm completely honest. But we'll see how it goes. Skrelv or Yotian Frontliner? I'm going to go with the Yotian Frontliner. I think it's the more aggressive start. Against an unknown opponent. Raffine's Tower could be Esper Legends. That Skystrike Officer off the top is very nice. Brutal Cathar would be even better. There's Adarkar Wastes. Let's see if they want to flash anything in. Go for the throat. Okay. That does not surprise me. However, Fortified Beachhead not revealing anything and playing Skystrike Officer. Okay, opponent's got 2 lands. Feeling pretty good right now. Gonna play the Skrelv out now. And end the turn. Remember, Resolute Reinforcements has flash, so we have no reason to play it. And yep, there we go. I don't know what my opponent was playing. Probably Esper Control, judging by the fact they played Go for the Throat. I mean, Esper Legends does play Go for the Throat, even though it tends to play 4 copies of Thalia. The version of Esper Legends I play plays 2 copies of Go for the Throat. So your mileage may vary on that. But yeah, good game. Going first, only 2 cards in our hand, but we have a very powerful turn 1 into a very powerful turn 2. So we're going to keep it. Fortified Beachhead, revealing Recruitment Officer. Turn 2 is Harbin. Turn 3 is Skrelv or Siege Veteran, depending on what we see. That is great. This is looking good. This is looking really good. Turn 3 Siege Veteran. There's Mishra's Foundry. I don't want to show that I have a Mishra's Foundry of my own, so I'm just going to play Siege Veteran here. I'm going to play it on the Recruitment Officer. They could have Resolute Reinforcements. They don't. Must have been missing a 3rd land. Yeah. This deck is something else. This deck is something else, baby. So I'll be the first person to say it. This deck is still super powerful. We ended up going 8-2 in today's recording session. I didn't actually end up recording the first game. It was a test game, so I actually went 8-1 once I had slightly de-rusted, but that's fudging the numbers. I went 8-2. Let's talk about the deck. Still super powerful. Not missing the 3rd and 4th copies of Brutal Cathar as much as I thought I would. I think the addition of the 2 Skrelv is really strong. Even though we didn't get to see it much today, I do see why it's in the deck. The fact it can't block, though, is a bit of a bummer. So there's easily a world where I can see Skrelv going out for 2 Yotian Frontliners. However, it's all good. It's all good. I can see me sticking with this list. The one of Cathar Commando, I've never been a fan of this card in Azorius Soldiers, but as a one-of, I get it. I genuinely get it. There are times when I am going to want to remove an artifact or enchantment. Not all the time, which is why this is a one-off, but also the fact it's a flash 3/1 and is a soldier, which means that we can go over the top with Harbin, is excellent. Definitely something to keep an eye out for. Dennick and Harbin is a 2 and a 3 split is great. I think that these 2 cards are 2 of the most powerful cards in this deck, along with the Skystrike Officer. Really good. Blue is, like, Azorius is definitely the way to go because of those 3 cards. However, I have also seen a mono white version of Soldiers that's also been doing well, and I may visit that deck sometime in the future. One glaring omission from this deck is Myrel, Shield of Argiv, and I understand why it's not in this deck. I really do. The thing is that this deck is explosive, and Myrel takes a whole turn to get going. There is so much removal in this format. There is so much removal, and Myrel often just doesn't make it. When she does land on the board and when she sticks, she can win the game by herself, but drawing her in the first place, getting her to stick on the board, and, you know, playing soldiers as well, it's a bit more difficult than people give it credit for. So I think no Myrel is correct. The final thing I want to mention is that I didn't get to play Thalia much, but I think that I still think 4 copies is correct. I still think anything less than 4 is a big mistake. Esper Legends plays 4, Mono White Controls should be playing 4, Mono White Soldiers plays 4. I think if you're a white deck right now, 4 Thalia, Guardian of Thraben, even though I haven't played the meta much, I did have a look at some of the decks that have been hanging around. It's a mistake if you don't play 4 copies of this card. But that's it from me. Thank you very much for watching. Tomorrow I'll be playing something that lines up with my daily quests. It's gonna be another deck that's very popular in the format right now, but I'll leave that as a secret. In the meantime, take care of yourselves, stay safe, and don't do anything I wouldn't do. Bye bye!